Good morning, bright eyes. Up and at 'em early. I did a cold start, which means I didn't do a hot breakfast. And it's just before 7 o'clock, so earliest start. I'm all psyched for that. Let's go. Actually, great day in a way because there's going to be 2 water sources between me and the final camp, which has a water source nearby. So that's great because the last few days it's been no water from start to finish. Have to carry it all. So I only have 2.5 liters now on my back. First one coming up, well, might be the solar well. I'm not counting on that, 1.7. And then a good water source piped at 9. A so-so, sometimes on, sometimes off, at 12. And then a decent one at 15.5, which is where we're going, Brenton Springs. So I'm just looking forward to walking without as much weight. And let's get her going. Happy trails. Well, hello there. Welcome to the midday break. A perfectly located pipe spring with clear, beautiful water and a can to shelter myself by, only room for one person. And I got my gravity feed water filtration going on, so I'm good. I'm going to camel up and get ready for the last roughly 7 miles left to go today. But it's good to get past the halfway point psychologically. Tough these last 4 miles, just this road, this part of the section, it's just all sandy. And so not all of it, but a lot of it. And then you'd cut over into the sagebrush, and some people have hack through a boot path, so you follow that, and then they dwindle and you go back on the road, and it kind of sucked, but I made it, so we're in good shape. On the plus side, we saw a lot of antelope, got some good photos of that, the size of the Sheep Mountain. Coincidentally, this is roughly where both the Jim Wolf route and the Jonathan Lay route that would take the Atlantic rim of the Continental Divide back to Rollins instead of cutting across the basin like we just did. It would go over the mountains like Crooks Mountain and Sheep Mountain and Green Mountain and Ferris Mountains. I think even Mags did a little weekend hike of that, but water sources don't look like they exist, and there's private land ownership problems, and so there's a good reason why the trail cuts across the northeast corner of the basin here, because there's really not much else, and landowners over here are like, well, we don't care about the land over there, hikers can go through there, but not in these mountains. Anyways, it is what it is, and that's why, for those who question why we routed the trail the way it did, that's the reason. In the meantime, we're gonna get cameled up here and head and finish the rest of this day. Hope it's a good one. See you on the other side. Lodging acquired for the evening, and it was a rough day. It was even a little shorter than the death march 2 days ago, but by the end it felt like a death march. The last 2 miles up to the spring, and even this 0.2 miles to get a dry camp beyond, which is torture. But I keep on drinking water and everything's coming out mostly clear, so I don't think it's dehydration. It may be just heat stress or some other kind, but it was rough time. So we didn't quite get to the 20-mile mark, which would have been preferable, but 16, I'll take it. Problem is that the spacing for the waters and where the dry camps can be may force me to go 19 miles tomorrow, see if I can still make it back to South Pass City by 3 nights from now. But it's hard to say. Anyways, I'll be looking at my alternates as we progress and see what happens. But yeah, meantime, nice campsite beneath a big tree, view across the valley. It's really got nice comforts here and just enough room for 1 tent. So thanks for coming along. Wish me luck tomorrow. Happy trails.